Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Let's get everybody live. Come on in. It's going to be quick, good, and to the point. I promise this time. I promise. Come on in the room. I don't know. I forgot to plug up my computer. What's up, you guys? Hey, y'all. I got a juicy topic, and it's going to be... Hey. Come on in. Hurry up. Get the tea, y'all. Get the tea. Good tea for life, you guys. This is about to be so juicy and so to the point. What's going on, Portugal? How are you? You were born for this. Hey, so wake up to your greatness. Everybody get ready. Type ready in the comments. Replay people, say what's up. Let me share this video from my like page to my personal page, and then we're going to get started. Let's share. Okay, the topic for today is going to be juicy. Hold on. Let me do all the things. The world is looking at you. Hey, you were born for this. I see the readies in the comments. Let's do this. All right. It's a lot going on today, y'all. It's real juicy. I have a lot to do. I'm consulting my 10K group. I'm teaching my short hair class. Oh my God, if you're in short hair boot camp, you guys are going to love what I'm making for you. But anyway, let me just tell you how today's conversation is so perfect. It's always a conversation that I love to have. And I tell you guys all the time, if you don't know how to inspire yourself for the day, or if you're looking for just, you want to have a God moment and you don't know where to turn to, just look at the date. It's the 6th of July. Okay, so turn to Proverbs 6. So I was reading Proverbs 6 because there was something else that I was reading, but I was like, oh God, it was going to take me too long to talk about that. And I got to teach class in a minute. But Proverbs 6 is really yummy because there's so much that can make you successful. If you only just look at Proverbs, it will make you start to manifest in the physical realm all the things that your heart desires because you're operating according to these principles and these characteristics. So YouTube, Facebook, let me see some readies in the comments. Jennifer Reed says ready. What's going on, Donnie Hollinshed? How are you? Hello, YouTube. Hello, Instagram. Anastasia Braid Room 102409. So here's the deal. If you read Proverbs 6 and you look at verse 6, it says, go to the ant, you sluggard. I love Solomon. Solomon was kind of a gangster, okay? Solomon was like young, rich, and wise. Hello to the people who want to be, and rich, wealthy. He was young, wealthy, and wise, okay? He was like the youngest, richest, smartest, wisest, like just bomb person in the Bible, okay? So he, as a young woman, when I was a kid, when I learned the storyline, I was like, oh, I'm going to learn about him. So I just like always obsessed over just reading. And I just think it's funny how he talks. He's like, go to the ant, you sluggard. Well, sir, consider its ways and be wise. And I'll never forget my cousin, rest in heaven, my cousin Alice, she passed away from cancer. But she was like, she was such a mentor to me. She would take me to all these different places and she was always teaching me and pouring into me as a little kid. And we went to this, we used to go to this place called the Bill Gothard, I don't know, they were like seminars, right? So we're going to these Bill Gothard seminars and I'll never forget, there was one of the lessons. It's funny that I even do this type of thing, this content, because it's really how I grew up. So one of the lessons was about the ant and it was about all the characteristics of the ant. So I know this kind of sounds random if you never thought about the ant besides how much it bites you and annoys you, but ants are really, really powerful little things that we can learn a lot from. And so we went to this workshop and they were talking about the characteristics of the ant and how they prepare and they store up for the winter and how they work together and how even though they're small, they can move big objects with their when they group together. So it was the factor of teamwork, and it talks about just the characteristics, and it's in the Bible for a reason, right? So it says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard." Proverbs. Solomon is always talking about if you sleep, you're gonna be broke. Okay, sleep leads to poverty. Sleep is as bad as being a drunk person. It's as bad as being a lustful person. It says like sleep. He like, look, if you love any of these things too much, you're just going to go too far and you're going to be screwed. Okay. That's the moral of the story. And so here's this scripture where he's saying, go to the ant, lazy person. Pay attention to how they are. It says consider its ways. Now, here's the thing about even what he's saying. When you want to, if there's a success that I'm looking for, a lot of times we are looking at the end result. For example, I'm teaching a class in a minute for my short hair people. If y'all not short hair people, we got class at 10 o'clock. A lot of times we watch videos and for example, if you're a hairdresser and you're wanting to get these types of looks, you are frustrated. A lot of hairdressers get frustrated because they can't get these looks. They don't know how to do them. You know, they try, but it doesn't come out the way that they want, right? And so the thing is, the videos and the hype and the sexy versions of what you see, the end result that you see frustrates you. But you got to really break down what are the core processes, the core mindsets that allows that person to get a consistent result. This is how you think in any playing field, okay? Even in sports. So for example, if you don't know, I talk about Michael Phelps all the time. I love Michael Phelps. I have no desire to do what he does, but I love the fact that he did it, right? I love what he's accomplished in his life. And like Kobe Bryant, we could go back years on my YouTube channel where I was obsessing about Kobe Bryant and all these different people, not because I love their sport or I give a crap. Like, I just love that they accomplished that. So I want to consider their ways, because if they can do that, I can do anything else that I want to do. And that's a way of being. But in order to get great results, you want to consider the ways of a person, place, of a thing, right? And so in this scripture, it says, go to the ant. Pay attention to how it is, right? How does it live? How does it move? There are things you can learn even from an ant. Isn't that crazy? And it's beautiful. It's crazy beautiful. Good morning, Ashley Marie. What's up? I am Lita. What's up, La? Thanks, boo. So here's the deal. It says it has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. So basically, he's saying, even though this is an ant, like why are we talking about an ant? Because there's something you can learn from everything. We are so quick to just be one way. We're so quick to just diss something, but I can learn from anybody. Like, yo, I don't care if you don't believe the same as me. I can literally look at what you're up to. And if there's an achievement, an accomplishment, if there is a fruit that I see that you have, I'm going to certainly look at the way that you think. Being strong in who I am, yet understanding that there is a way of being that you have that if I acquire, common sense lets me know, or wisdom. To me, wisdom is common sense, which is why there is not a lot of wisdom, because we just, I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. Like the easiest things that we should just look and do, we don't do, right? And so he's saying like this creature, this little thing stores up. It makes provisions. It stores up. That is a way of being. Okay. So like, for example, we look at the internet. I have been screaming for the last 10 years on the internet. Yo, you need to be on the internet. You need to be on the internet. You need to have a YouTube channel. You need to have this. You need to have this. This is how people, I just could tell like this is a thing that ain't going nowhere. Right. And then now that the world shifts, you have a lot of business owners who are freaking out because the old school offline marketing, you know, it's interesting. That's an interesting space. You can't do live events. I'm not tripping on the fact that I had to cancel my tour this summer because I still have my online stuff, right? Because I prepared. Even though nobody showed up, I still showed up. If you want people to show up, then you got to show up consistently. I'm not mad if I have 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, no people. I'm still going to do what's in my heart. You have to look at this as a lifestyle. If you know that something is already true, if you've been shown a vision for your life, if you see something and you're like, this is where I'm headed, then you are to wake up each day and act as if you already have the lifestyle. You already build up the stamina. If I know I'm going to run some, 5-mile race or whatever these races people be running, then how am I just going to show up today and just start running? No, there's a way that I need to be training. Wisdom says when I get up today, I need to act as if the race is tomorrow or the race is today. Right? There is a way of being, and this is in every category of your life. I talk about this all the time. I make fun of a lot. I try to really break it down so you can see all the ladies who I see a lot of people comment in the comments about my makeup. You don't get good at makeup overnight. So many people if you desire to play in makeup and you want to upgrade your makeup game, then you have to put the time in. So I can go back to pictures from 2011, 2010. I look a plum fool. Got them Mr. Potato Head eyebrows and everything, just all kinds of, but I had to go through that. I had to already just, even though today, that's not popping, I'm going to show up tomorrow and I'm going to do it again. And it's about who you are at your core, your values, your character. So I just wanted to drop that on your timeline this morning. And as I was reading that scripture, and you look at an ant who has the ant doesn't have a boss. The ant is not an employee mentality. The ant is like, I'm a self-starter. You know, I got my tribe. We are a team, but individually, each little ant, they wired to prepare. It's a lifestyle. Like, we know that in the winter, ants in the winter they can't survive like that out. That's why they go away. You don't really see ants in the winter. Then summertime come out, they come to snatch crumbs. Okay. They're preparing. They even eat a lot more in the fall, so that when they go in their body, in their hibernation, so to speak, their bodies can like feed on all the food that they ate. And they still got they got extra. So they can chill in the winter when it's cold, when it's dry, when it's a hot mess. Imagine that as how we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, in this crazy time of the world, what if we were living a lifestyle like an ant, where we just were storing up on a regular basis? We were making provision on a regular basis. So we didn't have to go buy all the tissue paper. We didn't have to go do all the psycho stuff that we do. We're not thinking smart. How in the world are ants smarter than us? I don't understand. There is something to be said about provision, sacrifice. And here's the thing. Ants work hard. They're consistently working, but they're working smart. So don't get it twisted like I got to suffer. You can totally have abundance and enjoy what you're doing, but have a DNA of being ready, have a DNA of being prepared, have a DNA of storing up. And so that was my conviction today, and I'm sharing it with you guys. Like, list out things that you could actually, the things you know you should be doing that you're not doing. You don't need nobody to come tell you. Some of you guys message me stuff in the inbox, and I'm like, this is nothing. You don't need no coach. You just need to start. You need to handle business. Do you want the thing that you say you want? Because if you do, then you got to start considering the ways and the characteristics of people who have done it. And you take those characteristics on and you freaking do it. Like, ain't nobody gonna hold your hand. Who holding your hand? We don't even got time for that. Ain't nobody your mama. Like, it's your responsibility. So look at your life, take inventory. You got to be a self-starter. Okay. What is it that you need to be doing that you're not doing? Like, set a deadline, prepare for it, and just get started. Just get started. Schedule it. Put it on your calendar. Put it on your calendar. When I don't have things on my calendar, I'm off task. I'm all over the place. When I don't have my goals clear, I'm all over the place. I tell you guys all the time, for me, I like to put my vision boards. I make small, like a vision book, like really kind of like I go into PowerPoint, Keynote. If you don't have, it's really Keynote. You have a Mac, right? And what I do is each category, like certain different brands I have. So like, for example, Short Hair Bootcamp. I made the vision board for the month of July for Short Hair Bootcamp. It's specifically there. It's all there. And so when I wake up, it's very clear. When I look at the month of July in my calendar, like, here's what I'm going to do for this brand. Here are the dates. Here's when this comes out. Here's, like, you got to do it. Nobody's going to make me do it. And I don't have to do it. It runs itself. But if I want to go to the next level, I've got to prepare and I've got to show up and do the work. And the work, what's hard to me is getting started and like being consistent. That's mentally like, because there's so many distractions and there's so many things you could be doing, or maybe there's a concept that you don't understand yet, but it's not hard. Like, it's not hard in real life. Everything's on Google. There's all kinds of programs and coaches and access and tools and resources. So what's hard is actually being consistent and changing the way you think. But even that doesn't have to be hard, but that is hard. Like, that's tough. Because something is you've just been doing repeatedly, that is the way that you are. So you got to rewire yourself. But these ants do the same thing. They have the same, get the food, store it up, sleep in the winter. Get the food, store it up, sleep in the winter. It's just a lifestyle of they're just prepared for the cold times, for the hard times. So ask God to drop in your heart today. What is it that you need to be working on? What type of provision do you need to be making? It's really easy to look at today's time and go, well, everything's shot to hell anyway. Like, I don't even know what's happening in the world. It's all coming to an end, blah, blah, blah. You can take on that mentality if you want to, or you can ask God to show you what is it that you are to be preparing for, and you can get to work. And this scripture is clearly telling you it has no commander, no overseer, no ruler. Yet it stores its provisions in summer. Summertime, y'all know I love summer. I prep my life so that I have plenty of playtime, right? But you still have to like look at, okay, like you could plan your playtime, but your work needs to be greater. Your work needs to be greater. Your work needs to be greater. If you're doing too much of one thing, you're just going to be off balance. So, and I don't believe, like, nobody's perfect. I'm not completely balanced. I just be like, if I just sleep all day, because I can, at some point that's going to cost me something. Or I was talking to someone last night. I'm like, it costs you more. You're suffering because you're being too scary. It's you not being like this ant is costing you. It's expensive. It's costing you the life that you want. It's causing you all this anxiety. It's making you think that all this stuff, and it's like stinking thinking. I'm going to need you to get into action. You got to have a lifestyle of preparedness. This is why things like fitness and exercise, sports, I love it. I love the what it gives you as a person. Discipline, diligence, perseverance. These are the characteristics that we have to always constantly be seeking. So look at your life today. Where can I be more diligent? Where can I not be like, let me see, what Proverbs 20:13 says, love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. Open thine eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread. Look for opportunities. Change your mindset. Change your way of being. This is an inside job. My world is expanding and all things are working because I'm putting in the work after I state what I want. Boom. Get it, boo. Share the live stream. Share the live stream. Thank you for sharing. Share the live stream and tag a friend. What's up, Tippy? Yeah, like, period. Like, I love it. How long will you lie there? You lazy? You lazy. I was like, dang, he's like super crunk. How long will you lie there, you sluggard? Will you get up from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief. You know what? This is really, really simple, you guys. For example, the people who are in my live stream boot camp, I'm gonna whoop on y'all a little bit. Any class that you've taken from me, you don't want to take a class, get excited. Now, I will excite you. I have an excited energy, so you be hyped up. I get it. But guess what? You still see me showing up. Like, you can't not show up. You can't take a class, get excited, and then go back to go looking for another class. You never did the things. You never got into habit. You got to get into a habit. These ants have a lifestyle of readiness. They have a lifestyle of provision. So what does that say? There are things in my life that I need to be storing up for. There's a characteristic and a way of being. If I want to lay up too much, poverty is going to come upon me. Poverty is a spirit. It's a mindset. I don't want that mindset. So let me go today. Leave this live stream and seek the mentality that matches the success that you desire to see in this lifetime. That's the message. That's the prayer. I love it. I was like, woo! Poverty will come on you like a thief, baby, and scarcity like an armed man. You don't want to have a scarcity mindset. You don't want to have a broken lifestyle. You want to have freedom no matter what you see going on around you. And it starts with your spiritual way of being, your way of thinking. Ask God to give you wisdom. Ask God to show you what work you are to do. What are the day-to-day habits? Okay, what is it that you need to be storing up for? Have your own relationship. And once you get clarity, once you hear, and all you got to do is see what's pressing on your heart. It's real simple. Ain't gonna be no booming. You need to go and start this thing. I was talking to somebody yesterday. They was like, well, I got to go pray about it. No, you don't. You don't need to pray. The vehicle is in your hand, darling. You need to drive the car. Some stuff, you got to learn how to pray properly. If you look at Genesis, I was reading last night, this guy, Abraham, his wife died. Abraham had a son. Y'all know the son, he thought he had to kill, but then he didn't have to kill him. And he was like, oh my God, God was like, I love you. I bless you because you literally like, we're going to give me your most prized possession. So now you're completely abundantly blessed. So then, okay, Abraham getting old. He like, Isaac, I need to get Isaac a wife. I want Isaac to marry somebody from my hood. We in another hood. I want Isaac to marry somebody from my hood. So then the servant goes back to the hood that they from, and the servant is talking to God. I love this whole story. You should go read it. It's in Genesis 24. So the servant goes back, and he's like, Abraham, like, look, he on his deathbed. He like, bro, you got to go do this for me real quick. You know what I'm saying? If God blesses it, this gonna happen, blah, blah, blah. So he goes and the servant is looking for Isaac's new wife, right? So he prays to God. Now, here's the deal. He went to go find the wife. That was the intention. He went to go find the wife. That was the intention. All right. So then when he gets there, instead of praying wrong, like instead of acting like, oh God, like there's an energy that a lot of church people pray with when it's clear on what you should be doing. Like his master told him, go find the wife. The prayer for him was, let me find the right wife and let me find her in this manner so that I know that it's from you, God. So he was in action. He wasn't going, I'm going to just wait and see. I'm going to just look and see. I hope God going to show me. God, it was like he prayed. Go look this up in Genesis. I promise you, I ain't even got time to go into it. Genesis 24. The way that he prayed, I was like, I need to read this to the people because it wasn't a woe is me, I'm waiting on God prayer. It was like, God, here's what I want to see happen. If this is of you, then it's going to happen. He was bold and came to God how he wanted to pop off. Nita, what's up, auntie? You guys got to go read it. It was powerful because he was like, Lord, I want to find this wife. This is what my master wants me to do. I know that you want this to happen. So here's how it's going to happen. If you're in it. But he was in action. These ants, they're in action. They're always constantly moving. They making trails. They calling their friends. They like, yo, the food over here. We got to get the food back to the crib. We got a mission. All summer long, we preparing for the winter time. All fall long, we preparing for the winter time because the winter time is going to come. The winter time is cold. It's not fun. Our blood go down. We don't know how to function. So we're going to prepare. We're going to kick it. We might dance on the way, but we're going to prepare. When you're praying and you're in action, let God know, here's my plan. Submit the plan to God and be in action and be looking for your steps, your daily bread. Some of y'all are sitting up waiting on God in the wrong format, and it's depressing and it's keeping you in poverty because of the way that you're thinking. Proverbs 6 says, consider the ant, stop being a sluggard, stop loving sleep, get your butt into action. Boom. That's the message for today. If there's something that you desire, look at how you're praying because you might be praying wrong and you mad for no reason because God gave you a brain and God gave us wisdom. So it's our job to go up in this hip thing and figure it out and apply it. Okay. You don't want to just be smart. You want to apply what you know because that is wisdom. It's applied knowledge. And on that note, I got to go teach my class. I love you all for joining. LakeishaMichelle.com. If you have any questions, short hair boot campers that are watching, get your butt in the classroom. 11 a.m. my 10K society. We shall be meeting. And yeah, life is amazing, you guys. So I'm going to give them time to actually get in the classroom. Thank you for watching. LakeishaMichelle.com. Hopefully you will go away from this and go, what is it that I need to be doing that I'm not doing? I don't need no freaking commander in chief. I just need to get started. What is it that I'm doing? Okay. What is the work that I am to be doing? And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it was pretty much like they're preparers, they're saving, they're storing, they're diligent, they're self-starters. Find your version of that and get into action. Moral of the freaking story. LakeishaMichelle.com if you have any questions. I love you for watching.